The Prime Minister has met with the BJP workers to motivate them ahead of the three state assembly elections. But focus of the past 2 days has been over the developments in Uttar Pradesh, where the BJP has been doing a manthan over the Lok Sabha surprise setback. The party has listed 10 reasons, report of which has been submitted to the Prime Minister. This includes administrative high-handedness, discontent amongst party workers, frequent paper leaks and statements made on the constitution have also been responsible for this major loss. But the big question is, what's BJP's big strategy to turn things around in India's most populous and important state? The upcoming assembly by-polls on 10 seats will be the ultimate litmus test for the BJP as well. So will the BJP continue to back Yogi Adityanath, who has delivered in the state for almost a decade now? What happens next as the BJP introspects a rare setback in the past 10 years? We'll discuss this with our guest. Joining us on the show is Mr. Savio Rodriguez, BJP leader. Mr. Piyush Pant, senior journalist, also joins us on the broadcast. Mr. Sumit Peer, senior political commentator, also with us on the show. And Dr. Piyush Joshi, political analyst, with us on the program as well. Dr. Joshi, I'll begin with you. What do you think is happening in BJP? The state obviously has rejected a number of overtures, for the lack of a better word, that the BJP has been making in the past 10 years. They have also understood and assessed that, they did some things wrong. And whenever the BJP realizes and understands its own mistakes, they usually come back stronger. Do you think it will be risky for the opposition to undermine them?
Well, it is always risky to undermine any strong opposition or any strong political front. BJP is certainly the most strong political party in the country as of now. So the opposition would be doing itself a disfavor if it's going to undermine or underestimate the power and the might of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Certainly, the Bharatiya Janata Party and all of its strategies need to be understood correctly. But what is happening in case of Uttar Pradesh, to the best of my understanding, is something very different. It is a part of the larger game plan of Modi and Amit Shah to destroy the regional leadership one by one. We have seen it happen in the state of Madhya Pradesh, where a strong leadership of Shivraj Singh Chauhan has been destroyed. Then we have seen the state of Rajasthan, where Vasundhara Raje Scindia, who was a regional bastion, and so her leadership has been destroyed. We have seen it in the state of Chhattisgarh, where Raman Singh has been destroyed, and they have been seemingly replaced with relatively unknown faces in the name of appointing karyakartas at the top of the ladder. And the same thing, because Yogi Adityanath has made himself a face in the state of Uttar Pradesh, has proven himself to be a popular leader. So Yogi Adityanath is becoming a little bit difficult for Modi and Shah to deal with. And now to pin the complete blame of the loss in Uttar Pradesh on Yogi Adityanath, the whole exercise has started. I don't think it has to do with Yogi Adityanath. I personally don't think it has to do with inactivity of RSS as well. I think it was the micromanagement of the India Alliance, where they played this PDA card beautifully, which has led to the victory of India Alliance, and it is not the loss of BJP. But in Uttar Pradesh, it is the victory of the India Alliance and its social engineering model. So to my understanding, 2 points. First of all, Uttar Pradesh loss is not Bharatiya Janata Party's loss per se. It is the victory of India Alliance. It's hard work. Their Samvidhan dogma has worked. And second thing, it is the BJP's leadership, the top duo leadership of Amit Shah and Modi ji, trying to destroy the regional leadership. It is a part of the threat removal exercise which they are undertaking, and Yogi Adityanath is just one of them.
Savio Rodriguez, how do you respond to that? That obviously whatever happened in Uttar Pradesh, for that matter in other parts of the country as well, including Maharashtra, can all be percolated up to the top management, the top leadership, which is of course Prime Minister Modi and Amit Shah.
Vineet, every election, in our understanding as the BJP, is a collective effort of success and a collective effort of no success. So we are not a political party that gets down into pinning blames on individual or coterie, or as my friend earlier was saying, people wanted to take powers from the regional strengths that BJP have. It's all about understanding what we did wrong and at a central level, what we did wrong at a state level. Did our Karyakartas reach out and take the message of Vikas and Viksit Bharat to the rest of the people at a ground level? These are factors that we need to understand, and we have needed to analyze and take it forward. So I think what is happening in Uttar Pradesh and the performance in Uttar Pradesh, of course, has been disappointing, and it is not as what was planned. So obviously there have been reasonings, there have been investigations, there have been analysis that have been done to try and understand what went wrong, and those analyses have been brought out by some people. And the most important thing for us is, how do we continue to reach out to the people? How do we continue to strategize in Uttar Pradesh and other parts of the country? How do we gain back the confidence which may not have been gained at that point of time? So, in all fairness, what really worked for the opposition in Uttar Pradesh has been its ability to do the political machinations that they intended to do, and that was successful. And politics, as much as you would say, is about doing the right thing for people, giving them benefits, giving them, initiatives, building roads for them, giving them new, innovative ways to, socially, economically grow. That is one aspect of it. The other aspect is ground level political machination. And I think that is what we have realized as BJP, that we have to be able to not underestimate the opposition, to understand that people are going to be governed either way by what they decide as far as voting is concerned. And while we continue with the Viksit Bharat, we continue with Sabka Vikas, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Prayas, we will have to also understand that every individual person as part of the system, just like it is in integral humanism, every single person, right down to the ground and the last mile, is an important instrument in the success of the BJP. What has happened in some cases is that some of the Karyakartas in some of the states were definitely not very happy with the kind of influx that we had as far as leaders coming into the BJP. So there was a bit of a dismay, but that's an internal matter for the BJP to introspect and to deal with it. And that's what we've been doing. So we are working to correct our errors. We are working to understand what is it that we got wrong. And I'm sure in the next three state elections, we will come back extremely strong. After all, it is a learning process.
Okay. All right. Mr. Piyush Pant, before I go to Sumit Peer, I want to understand your assessment of what happened in Uttar Pradesh. And obviously, for every political party, it's a learning curve. Congress being, the grand old party that it is, also had a lot of learning to do. Then why not the BJP?
Yeah, Amit, of course, BJP must do it and should try to understand where it went wrong. Instead of blaming administrative machinery, or instead of blaming the state leadership, they should also look what happened, because every instructions were being issued by the central leadership. If you remember the Amit Shah, if you remember the statement of Rahul Gandhi, who said that Amit Shah has phoned the DMs, 100 DMs. And later on, what happened, post-election, the defeat in Ayodhya had made BJP very upset, and they called a meeting where even DM was called, when there was no need to call a DM in party's meeting. And he was asked why you failed, why BJP lost the seat. It means they tried to influence the administration also, and they keep on doing it. There are so many instances where they do it. So what I want to say is that instead, it's fine, as Dr. Joshi was saying, that it was the social engineering by the opposition. That was a factor, of course. But there was also a factor which is being not considered, or being tried to overlooked by the BJP. That was the mismanagement and giving too much importance to one person, that is Modi ji. And Modi ji, now you are blaming Yogi Adityanath for the defeat, and for the defeat where your seats are almost reduced to half. Now, but it was Modi ji. Modi ji decided when to have the Pran Pratishtha. When it was being said that this is not the right time, but he decided. He decided there should be a development which devastated so many households, so many small temples, so many. It resulted in devastation of their earnings, and their housings and their earnings. So this was also affected. People were very angry. That's why even the same happened in Varanasi also. You know, in the name of religion or the development of religious places, corridor, the BJP overlooked that people, they also live there, small people who earn small earnings. They earn their earnings through those temples and through those places around the temples. The same happened in Varanasi. So when a corridor was made, so many temples were destroyed and so many
Okay.
shops of small shopkeepers were destroyed.
Okay, let me
and they were not
let me
paid
get in Sumit Peer
compensation.
and
that was the
yeah.
reason they should now
Right,
think.
sir.
And
Let me also
Modi
get in
should
Sumit
think.
Peer into this
Team,
conversation.
why,
Sumit, according to Mr. Pant, it's not Yogi Adityanath's fault, but it's being pinned on him. One second, sir. Sumit,
only with a
according to
margin
Mr.
of
Pant, one second, sir,
1.5
one second. It's not Mr. Yogi Adityanath's fault, but the BJP is pinning it on him. The Prime Minister was the face of this campaign, so the loss should be attributed to him.
Vineet, I saw a visual. I saw Rishi Sunak was crying at when he got 110 seats. He said, "I'm sorry, but there are people who are jumping up the rooftops at 99." Well, thoda intellect ka farak hai. I will not get into that. The intellects are completely different. I didn't name the person, but the whole nation can guess whom I'm referring to. So, ye Dr. Saab bhi has rahe, which is a good sign. Well, let's come back to this, the topic. Look, there's a facade, there's a canard being created, there's a rift between Modi and Yogi. Things are going west. Yogi ji will be dismissed. You see, Kejriwal said same thing. Today or yesterday, Akhilesh Bhaiya comes and says, "Oh, Keshav Prasad Maurya wants to become the CM. He has 100 MPs. Why don't you form the government? I'm going to support you." If that was the deal, do you think he will say it in the media and scuttle the plan before it was born? So that is not the plan. Now, what did Mr. Keshav Prasad Maurya reply him? "Thank you, what do you call him? Samajwadi Party ke leader or whatever. We have no plans. The double engine Sarkar is going to come back and we are going to be back to power in 2027 again." So Maurya ji dismissed that. Now there was a meeting. I'll tell you tangibles. Now there was a meeting which happened between now Keshav Prasad Maurya ji was called after his comment that nobody's above Sangathan. He was called to Delhi. He met Nadda ji as the party chief. He meets Mr. Amit Shah. He meets Prime Minister Modi. Modi ji spent 1 hour with him and they had a meeting. Then the chief of them, Bhupendra Chaudhary ji, the chief of the UP was called in. Again, he meets Nadda ji. He meets Prime Minister Modi. 1.5 hours. Then Mr. Modi and Mr. Amit Shah meet for 2 hours and discuss this. So the message was very clear. Mr. Modi is calling the shots. Modi ji is involved. So this rift of Modi-Yogi problem, Yogi getting dismissed and all, that's all gone down the drain. Yogi ji went to meet the governor. Then again the cabal started saying, "Oh, this is because he's meeting the governor. He's submitting his resignation. Something has gone wrong." Again, it was a routine meeting. The monsoon session is starting. You have to officially invite the governor to start and take a permission. So it was a scheduled meeting. Now what happened? What happened is the most important thing is we need the focus of the government, of the UP government, or the central government is on 10 by-elections which are going to happen. Yogi ji is given complete command. Why? He is asked to form a team. He has formed a team of 30. That is 3 ministers per constituency. The idea is to win all these ministers. Yogi ji has decided the people, he has decided the ministers, and JP Nadda ji and others have told whatever are the differences, whatever are the narazgis, we can settle them at a later date. I mean, in a house, in a family, we have discomforts, we have disagreements. That's a part of human existence. So Mr. Yogi Adityanath ji is conducting those meetings. The first meeting had even been conducted today. So if there was a rift between Yogi and Modi, if Yogi had to be eliminated, though Aam Aadmi Party guys tried to jump in, where Arvind Kejriwal had predicted it. If it was the case, how is Yogi ji handling this? How is Yogi ji forming the team? How is Yogi ji in daitwa of managing all this? And Prime Minister Modi meeting Bhupendra Chaudhary ji, meeting Keshav Prasad Maurya ji, and the whole Shasan and Prashasan or the Sangathan and they have been told that focus on winning these 10 seats. If the command is with Yogi ji, if the meeting is taken by Yogi ji, if the team is formed by Yogi ji, if he has the daitwa, where is this rift? What rift are we talking about? We can count stars before they are born, but Vinny, that is not the reality. Opposition wanted to look as an opportunity. Akhilesh tried to throw a spanner. Oh, I can support you. That was rebutted by Keshav Prasad Maurya ji. So that thing is also gone. So when you look at the sequence of events which happened, where do you see the rift? Where do you see the things? Yes, the canard of constitution is being changed. Yes, the canard of reservation will be taken out. Got some traction on the ground that was not counted properly. We take that point. Yes, this 15 paper leaks added to some overall things. But if you look at today, I'll quote Yogi Adityanath ji. He said कि अभी मुहर्रम का ताजिए निकले हैं. जब मुहर्रम का ताजिया निकला था तो सड़कें खाली हो जाती थी. Today everything is going fine. Everybody appreciates the law and order situation in UP. And he said, and even Keshav Prasad Maurya ji said, where all this story is built around him, said the Jungle Raj of SP, we won't let it come back in UP. I'm unquoting him. So when these things are being spoken, when in one voice they are being spoken at a party.
Okay, I want Dr. Joshi to respond to what you've just said. Dr. Joshi,
where is the discontent?
do you concur with what Sumit Peer has said, that the law and order situation in UP is, as best as it has been in the last few decades?
Well, as far as that thing is concerned, there's no doubt about that. And, to that effect, I must congratulate Yogi Adityanath ji on the same. Definitely, the law and order situation is better in Uttar Pradesh. You go and talk to the common people of Uttar Pradesh, they will tell you that the law and order has improved. So definitely, that is a positive change, and that is why Yogi Adityanath has emerged as a strong leader in his own capacity. And and that is why he has come out of the shadows of Modi and Shah and established his own identity as a very strong leader of Uttar Pradesh. And that is what is threatening for Modi and Shah. And where is the discrepancy? Where is the disarray? Where is the dismay? It is, forget about Arvind Kejriwal speaking something. Forget about Akhilesh Yadav speaking something. It is the own Bharatiya Janata Party leadership which has been talking against its own government in the state of Uttar Pradesh. And that is why all these questions are being asked. And, to
brewing between Yogi Adityanath and the High Command?
Well, actually, no. So I'm quite enjoying the entire paraphernalia and the shenanigans going around with the so-called conflict between the center and Yogi Adityanath. I can assure you that there's absolutely nothing of that in order at this point of time. The speculation is, of course, the habit of the opposition. They have to have something to talk about. They need to have something to hold against the ruling government. So they try to create friction, where it doesn't exist, and that's fine. But let me correct, the senior gentleman, Mr. Pant, when he talked about Ayodhya. So the constituency was not Ayodhya that was lost. It was for Faridabad. And most importantly, Ayodhya, as an assembly seat itself, the BJP did extremely well over there. It is in the entire constituency, that is where we did not win. So this idea that everything is about Modi and Modi was the leader, of course Modi was the leader. He was the prime ministerial face of the elections, while the opposition did not have a face. And I think even in the future, they will never have a face. But the point is this. The point is, we all rallied around the captain. And unlike the captain, we had different other responsibilities given to other state level captains. And that is something that the party understands. So if there is something that has not come out as desired, then it is only fair, just as any organization would do, is for us to introspect and correct what was wrong and ensure we start moving. That happens in a cricket team as well. Today you go to the World Cup, you do well, you come to the finals, you don't win a final. In the T20, we won the final. Everybody is happy about it, but you still go back and introspect and you make yourself better. So even with us as the BJP, this so-called conflict that people want to create does not exist. It's an introspection of what we want to do to get better. Because somewhere we fail to communicate at a grassroots level to the people on the initiatives that the center and the state has done for the people. And maybe that's the reason why we did not get the kind of results as desired in Uttar Pradesh. So what is wrong in introspection? Why would the opposition want to spend time speculating? I would rather advise them to concentrate on ensuring they grow from strength to strength. Because at the end of the day, for us, Vineet, you and me, we are people who believe in democracy. And for democracy to be successful, you need both opposition and ruling to be effective.
All right, the opposition has to be affected. Mr. Pant, your turn to speak now, and we've almost run out of time, so quickly make your point.
I'm happy that at least now Savio has realized that it's good for the democracy to have an opposition, opposition and ruling party. Now at least I'm happy that he has realized.
I've always been that.
No, earlier you used to tell before the elections, you people, BJP people, they to denigrate the opposition. Even the government, BJP government, how they have treated the opposition. Everybody has seen
sir,
it.
I've always said
it's a good sign. It's a good sign.
Democracy requires both.
Yes.
But a good opposition, not a whining opposition.
Good. Opposition
a
is always good.
constructive opposition, Mr. Pant. Not a whining opposition.
You see, if the ruling party is constructive, opposition will also be constructive.
Not necessarily.
If the ruling party is
not
destructive,
necessarily.
yes, of course. This is
not
happening.
necessarily, Mr.
Not
Pant.
necessarily, but this is what is happening. We have been seeing it for the last 10 years, sir.
You tell me, sir, one constructive thing that the opposition has brought out to go against the BJP. Take the state of Karnataka. The opposition has brought in a bill, a draft bill, that is completely against the constitution. Tell me what is constructive about that.
That's why it is being criticized. And
okay.
Precisely. So constructive opposition.
All right, we're not getting anywhere. I want Sumit P to come in now. Sumit, go on. Sumit, go on.
You see, Vineet, the point is very simple. They want the stronghold of two Indian politics, that is UP, to break. They want Yogi Adityanath to go. The opposition is trying their level best. They are looking at the things. They catch one statement of Keshav Prasad Maurya ji. Nobody is about Sangathan, and they try to build a nice story and wrote a nice screenplay about.
But Sumit, Yogi Adityanath also said that, we were overconfident, and that's one of the reasons why we lost.
That is okay.
Right?
That is okay. That's okay. So, if we are overconfident, that is okay. We admit where the fault is. How does that make a rift between Modi and Yogi? How does that tell Modi ji wants Yogi ji to go? How can you dismiss the most promising chief minister whom you are calling to campaign across whole India? How can you dismiss a chief minister who is loved by whole of India? That is not politics. And that is not BJP's brand of politics. And sure, are you telling me that Prime Minister Modi doesn't understand this? Are you telling me Amit Shah is so naive and Nadda ji is so naive? They don't know this, what you and me know as common people. They all know and understand this. Why, if there was a rift, why is Yogi ji given the daitwa of winning those 10 seats? Why was he given the mandate to form the team? How did he form the team and how is he conducted the meeting if they want him to go? If they want him to go, he would have gone by this time. Why is he there? So if you are given the responsibility of winning elections and on the contrary, we talk of TV, by rift hai, they are going to send him home. It doesn't work. We need the things on the ground and the figment of imagination what we are having here doesn't tally. Or round pegs don't split in square holes.
But Sumit, it's not about UP. There are other parts of the country as well, including West Bengal, even Maharashtra, where the BJP has not done well. So it's not only about concentrating on Uttar Pradesh. It's the overall performance that should formulate some sort of a consensus to revive this lost fortune in this Shivir or in this Manthan.
Of course, it has to go. No, the Shivir was in UP, then it will go to Maharashtra, then it will go to other states. Everywhere there are a different set of challenges which have to be tackled, and they will be tackled. But the problem here is the opposition is trying to build a canard. Oh, there's a fallout. Yogi ji will be dismissed. He will be sent home. There will be a new chief minister in UP. This will be changed. Ministers will be changed. And Akhilesh Bhaiya came and said everything in this disarray. Sab vyavastha khatam ho gayi hai. And these are the people who literally ran this mafia, extortion, and feroti and rangdari ka business for all the years. And they're saying everything is disarray. These are the kind of things which are not good as the opposition. You should have a constructive discussion. What if Akhilesh ji, if you really have a plan, do you think you will say on the media, Keshav Prasad Maurya ji, आपके पास 100 MP है, MLA है, आप लेके ही हम साम आपको समर्थन दे देंगे. If this is the plan, who will talk it on the TV for the sake of God? This will be the most secret thing happening in UP. You spill the beans on the TV. What are you trying to do? You are just trying to create a rift. You are trying to create a rift between Modi, Amit Shah ji, Yogi Adityanath ji, Keshav Prasad Maurya Maurya, Bhupender Chaudhary. You're just trying to create a rift. Anyhow, we cannot win. Let me destroy your house. That is as simple as that. That is what is happening. And they want a national mood to be built around that. And ultimately, the idea is to make Prime Minister Modi weak. When I cannot defeat you in elections, let me defeat you by propaganda, by fake news, by canards, and by this, by these rumors. I mean, they worked for them for
Modi ji
some
himself is making himself making.
they worked for you in some seats when you said constitution khatre mein. You amended the constitution.
Let Dr. Joshi come in now. Let Dr. Joshi also come in now. Dr. Joshi, do you think this is more of a propaganda than the reality for the Bharatiya Janata Party? They're still in power. It's the third term. They are a coalition government, but nothing has changed. All the ministers at the treasury benches are almost the same.
Well, I totally agree that the mandate was for NDA. I have maintained my stance pretty consistently on this point, this whole issue. But you see, the mandate is not as strong as it was. So definitely there is a little bit of decrease in popularity which has been happening. You may call it the fake news, you may call it propaganda. I think the fake news machinery of the Bharatiya Janata Party IT cell is at least 1,000 times stronger as compared to the so-called, fake news which has been propagated by the BJP IT cell again, in the name of opposition. So what I believe, what is happening here is a genuine decrease in popularity of Prime Minister Modi, is a genuine decrease in the popularity of the religious antics that the BJP is employing, is a genuine decrease of the policies of the Bharatiya Janata Party. The Bharatiya Janata Party policies are not as popular with farmers. The Bharatiya Janata Party is not able to establish more primary health centers. All the Bharatiya Janata Party is able to do is the cosmetics of huge infrastructural projects, which are again falling down. The party keeps talking about corruption, but is mum on the issues of electoral bonds. So I think there's a genuine decrease in popularity. But since Modi cannot be blamed for any of it, so they are blaming the regional leadership. They have got rid of the majority of important leadership in many of these states. One state remains, and we all know in our hearts what is happening in the state of Uttar Pradesh. We may put on a pretty face on the national television saying that everything is fine, everything is not fine.
Sumit, you wanted to come in quickly. We have to wrap up now.
Dr. Saab is saying that it's because of the religious things that UP lost, because of the Varanasi, did Ram Mandir, you lost. Okay. Then if that is the logic, sir, then we did also Mahakal corridor in Madhya Pradesh, and we should have lost Madhya Pradesh, but we swept Madhya Pradesh. If there was unemployment in UP, do you think there was employment ke paid lag rahe the Madhya Pradesh mein? What went wrong? Right? And if you think, there was this all in economy and this all infrastructure is fake, then why did the IMF and World Bank, why did the IMF yesterday say we'll grow at 7%? Why is our growth projection, revised? So do you mean we have corrupted everybody and everybody? Do you think that IMF is taking dictation from IT cell of BJP? I don't believe that is the case.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.